5 scientifically proven ways to stay happy all the time. How do you stay happy all the time? Is it possible, and is there any proof that these ways can work? In this video I want to show you 5 ways that are scientifically proven. If this does not convince you, then I do not know what will. 1. Exercise more. Lots of studies on this one. Exercising releases the good mood endorphins, so that you are always in a better mood after a workout or simply a walk to the supermarket. I have never met a person in a bad mood after a workout. But where is the scientific evidence? The University of Toronto did a great job on this and analyzed no less than 25 research studies. 1. The conclusion was that physical activity can and does help to keep depression at bay. The best study I know is where 3 groups of depressed people are put on a regime of antidepressants, exercise, or a combination of the two. No surprise to know that all 3 groups were happier, but did it last? 6 months later, the group who had been treated with exercise only had a very low relapse rate of 9%. The other 2 groups had relapsed, and how? Their rates were ranging from 38% to 31%, so about a third of them were now depressed again. 2. Positive thinking affects your performance. Happiness is the precursor to success, said Shauna Chor. Sounds like pie in the sky? Well, according to Shauna Chor, if you knows everything about what factors are impinging on your happiness, such as stressors, hassles, successes, economic circumstances, relationships, and so on, then he can only predict 10% of your long-term happiness. The remaining 90% is how you process the world around you. If happiness is on the other side of success, it is unlikely you will get there as you continually strive to get better grades, higher salaries, and so on. Positive thinking raises energy levels, creativity, and productivity by as much as 30%. The secret is to use positive thinking now, rather than when you are rich and famous. 3. Trash your negative thoughts. Some people are overwhelmed by their negative thoughts, and they have real problems in getting rid of them. A University of Madrid study found that by actually writing these thoughts down on a piece of paper and then destroying them was effective. 2. They recommended that you either tear them up, throw them in the trash, or burn them. The fact of discarding them physically does help in reducing their toxic effects. Psychologists suggest doing this on a regular basis. 4. Treasure your experiences more than your possessions. Thomas Gilovich, a psychologist at Cornell University, has done quite a lot of research as to why it is better to treasure memorable and pleasant experiences rather than the material things we buy. There are many reasons for this, as outlined in his study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology. Comparing possessions and looking at better objects after purchase can be demoralizing and ruin the initial pleasure we got when purchasing and taking possession of that new car, TV, or computer. But treasuring experiences is not nearly as destructive. They belong to us, they are special, and they provide longer-lasting happiness. We should always aim to visit a new place or just go trekking. Local authorities should be able to provide the facilities in towns and cities so that people may experience more enjoyable and pleasurable activities rather than building more shopping malls. 5. Write down why you are grateful. Feeling and thinking about the things you are grateful for as you wake up is a great way to build more happiness. Research on our brain shows that we always tend to focus on the negative things of life, like those worries, tragedies, failures, and discontent. Negativity is the default position. We've got this negativity bias that's a kind of bug in the Stone Age brain in the 21st century, said Rick Hansen, a neuropsychologist. This is why we need to focus on the good, and more especially, we need to hone in on what we should be grateful for. There are various ways you can do this. Here are some ideas. When you wake up, remind yourself mentally of 3 things that you can be grateful for. Some people prefer to write down 3 things and keep the list to remind themselves every now and again. Use Twitter or Facebook if you feel inclined. Useful to remind your followers that this does actually work. Express gratitude by phoning your significant other or by treating a colleague to coffee for their help with a project or task. Try giving back by helping a person or by volunteering for a few hours a week. That's it with the video. Like and comment if you enjoy the video, and subscribe if you want to see more. And as always, stay healthy.